And I know I've done this so many times, like proud I am with how long my to-do list is. And that sense of accomplishment, crossing it off. You're feeling you get to cross off your to-do list. And it's so satisfying. But then it's never ending. It's never ending, right? So it's getting stuck in this pattern. And the thing is, when you're a business owner, yes, like fact is your to-do list is never ending. There's never not something to do. But it's when we get sucked into this pattern, we have to do all of it every day without stopping. And we're tying our worth to that, our own self-worth to that. And we can't stop, we can't rest, we can't slow down. Like this is when it becomes a pattern or it becomes a problem. And this is when you can really understand that it is a problem. If you don't feel safe slowing down, if you don't feel safe resting, if you don't feel safe stopping, and by safe, you're stopping and you're like, oh, I'm going to go. I said this in that podcast interview I told you about. Because when I first started to untangle all this stuff, it's like, okay, start taking a break and I'll go for walks during the day. And that was my thing. But on the walk, I was either listening to like business podcasts or I was listening to a master class. I was still doing and thinking about it. I was still doing while I was pretending to not do. You see what I'm saying? This is what happens. So if you have ever felt not safe, like can't turn it off, this is that pattern, right? So if this is resonating, the first step is awareness. So I want you to ask yourself, when do I feel most valuable? Do I believe I am worthy if I'm resting? If I'm doing nothing, if I'm simply being, and really honestly ask yourself that. Get into a space where you can really reflect on this and contemplate. Do I believe at the core of my being that I am worthy if I'm resting, doing nothing, or simply being? Do I still feel like I'm worthy? And one of the most powerful things that I do with my clients is not just healing their bodies, that's important and it's really powerful, but it's reprogramming these deep subconscious beliefs so that their body actually feels safe letting go of this old conditioning. And it requires some work, it requires some effort because no supplement or lab is going to fix a body that's stuck in this pattern of stress and overdrive and overachieving. Nothing is going to fix that except doing that deep rewiring. So if this is resonating for you, if this is hitting home, you're not alone because I am with you. I've been there. And I guess this is still a work in progress because the good news is the pattern isn't permanent. No matter how many generations pass that we're born with this wiring, it's not permanent.